there was funds in excess of their legal needs, then you would think they would donate that to the next cause, to the next injustice, a scholarship, something.
Right.
Yeah, don't go buy cars and, you know, expensive jeans and all that. That's crazy.
Well, maybe more organizations will look into having a trust or someone who's not that close with the family to oversee the funds.
Yeah.
That may be a good idea, just to have someone oversee it so that the parents aren't getting the money and spending the money on clothes and bags and cars and so on and so forth.
And in all fairness, it's not just in our community that this happens, because with the Red Cross, when people send in money for 9/11, same thing happened. You know, people got rich, made millionaires out of people that, you know, had that suffered from the tragedy, but like a lot of firemen's wives, became millionaires. And so you want to help, but to what extent do we go and who's managing that?
Right. So. Yeah, I think that's a great point, because we can't really expect one individual to be better than anyone else.
Right.
Even the government take advantage of the money. Like, for example, with the Iraq war, billions of dollars are unaccounted for. So you can't expect a high school teenage boy to be better than a government elected official.
That's true.
I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's just, you know, it's just human behavior. It happens all the time with every situation.
All right, y'all. I'm going to do my second one since we're talking about money. Second article I wanted to discuss was the churches. Just recently, a senator called for the churches to account for the money that they have been raising. And let's see, who had Pastor Dollar and World Changes, Bishop Eddie Long, New Birth Missionary Baptist Church, Randy and Paula White in Florida, Benny Hinn and Kenneth and Gloria Copeland in Texas, and David and Joyce Meyer in Missouri. Wow. And this article states that, like, Creflo, he was one of the first to disclose, and they said World Changes took in $69 million in 2006.
Not too bad.
That's not too bad. Yes, and the senator is saying that, it's Senator Grassley, he's saying he's not interested in doctrine and Christianity, that type of thing. He's just more interested in the tax laws, because as you know, funding for the churches does not have to be accounted for taxes. They're not taxed on that money. So how do you guys feel about that?
Well, I would first like to know, how did he single those pastors and those churches that he chose?
Because of their excessive spending. Like, for instance, the ministers in questions have bought Rolls Royces, Bentleys, corporate jets, and Joyce Meyer spent $23,000 for a marble top toilet commode.
No.
Yes, $23,000 for a toilet.
Okay.
No. So the excess spending, they're buying jets, they're buying, you know, they're spending some money. Okay. So that's what, you know, that's what caused the attention to them.
And to my understanding, they're not under any type of official scrutiny. It was simply a question that he posed. And I think the biggest thing for us, because we live here in Georgia, we heard about Creflo Dollar and we heard about Pastor Eddie Long. Dollar, he told his right away. He disclosed it right away. 69 million, it was on Fox 5, it was everywhere. He said that of that 69 million, the only thing that he got was a Rolls Royce, and the rest of his compensation or salary came from love offerings and such, okay? But Creflo Dollar...
And really, he said he's into he does real estate.
And he does real estate, as Crystal so eloquently put. Eddie Long, however, has yet, to my understanding, disclosed what type of money his church brought in. And I'm not saying, you know, by any means, I'm not judgmental in saying that he's misusing the funds, but it's very concerning. And I'm sure the senator and those looking at it are thinking that he's probably not spending the money the way he's supposed to be, because he's yet to disclose it. It was a simple question. It was posed to several ministers. And because of some of the reasons that you so eloquently put, so why? Why is it that, you know, Eddie Long has not disclosed yet? Has his attorneys advised him not to? Is it because his house is, you know, priced way up there, that they sold this house to move in that house? And again, not being judgmental, and I almost understand where the senator came from. It is a 501(c)(3). You are supposed to be a nonprofit entity. So to bring in $69 million, you know, it would be very, very wonderful to see how much of that 69 million went back into the community to uplift the people that are making those types of donations.
Well, I have to say, I don't believe Eddie Long did not speak out in public. However, he did speak out to his congregation, and he said he was fully cooperating with the investigation, and he's applied with the laws, and he has nothing to hide, but he just didn't feel the need to speak out to the public and go on CNN or Fox News, etc.
And I think that's noble, as I think he should, really, because it is money that is being donated to his church by people, the congregation of his church, for the betterment of people, you know. So I don't, you know, it's unfathomable to me. Unfathomable? Whatever, is that a word?
It's one today.
Okay, I made it one. Just being a Catholic and coming from someone of the Catholic faith, just the whole institution of religion is different from what many of you have experienced, you know. So coming here to Atlanta and hearing how people donate monies, like the offering baskets that come around and around and around and again. You know, my husband is Baptist, and I mean, I sit in these 3 to 4 hour long services. I call them sessions, you know, where I'm like, oh my God, when is this going to end? And the basket comes around, and you put more money, and it goes around, and you put more money. It's, you know, it's different to me, you know. So it's insane to me that a pastor, which to me equals a priest, you know, a pastor is a priest to me, if I break it down. My priest lives in the house behind the church.